Welcome to a new semester here at Kingsborough Community College. I'd like to welcome all of the new students to Kingsborough and returning students as well. I'd like to welcome you to the new semester, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of an overview. So, this is going to be both a welcome message and an overview of what the course is going to look like and what kind of resources are available to you in this course on Blackboard. Now, don't get nervous. If you're new to the school and you don't know what Blackboard is, you're probably going to know very quickly because that is where you're going to find all of the material that you need in order to be successful in this course. And what I want to do now is quickly give you an overview of how to get into the course on Blackboard and just give you an idea, an overview of how things look. I'm going to go into more detail later on, but this is just a welcome message. I'm going to try to keep this down to about 15 or so minutes. Okay, so the first thing you have to figure out is how are you going to get into Blackboard? And to do that, let me suggest, and I'm going to suggest you can go right over here at the Kingsborough page, kcc.cuny.edu. There'll be quick links. And if you go down to quick links, you're going to see Blackboard. Click on that. And you're going to come up to a screen that looks like this. Welcome to Blackboard. Let me roll. Click to learn more. Well, that's what you want to do. Click to learn more. This is actually just a long way of getting to what you really need to get into Blackboard. And Blackboard, remember, it's different from CUNY First. There's actually a way of getting to it, at least for faculty members. I think for students also through CUNY First. And CUNY First is what you've used to register for this course. But notice, if you read this, you need to have a CUNY First account because you're going to use that. And it's going to ask you to log in. And here it's going to give you the CUNY homepage, https www.cuny.edu. And actually, you could have gone right up to your browser and just typed cuny.edu. By the way, I would recommend that when you're going to Blackboard, that you do this from a PC or a Mac. And you're probably best off, well, I use Google Chrome. There had been problems with the Microsoft Explorer, etc., and the Microsoft web browsers. I think they're gone, but I would still try to use Google, or I think it's Firefox. I can never remember the name of it, Foxfire or Firefox, which is what they use to develop Blackboard. Okay, you'll come into a screen like this, and it is asking you to put your username, which is the same username that you have for CUNY First that you use to register, and your password. I'm going to stop the recording for a second because I'm going to put my login information in, and it's only my business, not anybody else's business, the same way your login information is your business. And then I'm going to hit login, and then we'll start up and we'll see, after I hit login, we'll see where we go to. Okay, and now we can see where we are, which is the home page in Blackboard, or it's my home page. Yours will look slightly different. Now, one thing you should be aware of, it might appear in a different way on your screen. I have a high resolution screen. You may not have a high resolution screen. At a high resolution, you see the menu line up here. I usually don't use much of that. But down here, you see my courses, online bookstore. But let me just put this into a low resolution mode. Watch as I do this. You don't need to know how to do it. But notice, sometimes if you have a low resolution screen, it's going to come up looking just like this. You're going to have a menu over here on the side. But if you come down here, it's going to still show you your courses. It says courses where you are an instructor. That's me. Yours will say courses where you are a student. In fact, let me go down to the bottom because it might say things, courses where I'm a student, courses where I'm an instructor. Again, courses where you are a student, and it has my name. It'll have your name. you won't see the instructor things in all probability, unless by some chance you're an instructor within the city university system. Okay, so let me go back to my normal resolution. Okay, I think I'm at 100% now. And back, I'm going to scroll up a little where I'm an instructor. Okay, so this is a typical semester for me. And you're going to see we have the courses that I'm teaching, and we see a couple of them. And right now you see it says not currently available. If it's not currently available to you, you won't see it. Now, the way you're going to have to select the course, you may not actually see your section there. For example, here you notice in this particular semester, there's a Criminal Justice Philosophy 6600-01. That's the CUNY First number, the one CUNY First has in it. Now mine also has 02 because I'm teaching two sections. And this semester, I'm innovating a little. That is when I'm teaching two sections of the same course, I just want to have one instance of Blackboard running because it makes it a lot simpler for you and for me. It makes it simpler for you because everything will be there. You'll have more students to interact with. You'll get some more feedback, and it'll be better for you because I will make fewer mistakes populating information to one course and not the other. But notice, let's pick, and I have the same thing with my business ethics, ethical problem in business and society. Now, you will have a site like this, whether this is an in-person class or whether it is an online class. And I just put up the same information for both, and this way it has a benefit for the online students if by some chance, and I know it doesn't happen often, but occasionally you cannot make it to class. If you can't make it to class, right over there, you can go in and find out what we're up to. And in fact, there'll be video lectures posted. There'll be a whole set of exercises posted so you can make up the work that you missed on that one occasion right from Blackboard. So that's probably the first place you should go to consult what happens. Now, I'm hoping we have a great experience, have a great educational experience, and I'm hoping you have some fun. I try to arrange the course so you enjoy learning because it makes it a lot easier, and my experience is people who are enjoying the course seem, in general, to do better in the course. The other thing I want to warn you is make sure to keep up with the work. Do not fall behind because especially in philosophy courses, which this is a philosophy course, we build on information as the semester goes on. Skipping information sometimes can work. I guess if you've taken another course with me in particular that's very similar, you might have been through this material. I'd suggest going through it again because it's always worthwhile. Okay, so from here, I want to just go in. I'm going to pick the criminal justice ethics. This one will be live when the semester starts, and you'll have a link to that. You'll go in there. And notice, even though it says Section 1, as I said, if you're in two sections, notice right up here it says Criminal Justice Ethics. This is a banner that I put up. Section 1 is that. Section 2, these are two online sections. It's what we call asynchronous online. By asynchronous online, it means that it's an online course, and we are not going to have particular times for meeting. I will put up video lectures. I will ask you to respond to it. I'm going to try to make it interactive without requiring that you sit there during a specific hour during the day. That is, it makes it easy to fit in your particular schedule. It also says it's a zero textbook course because I give all the resources, all the resources that you need, all the readings you need, all the videos you need, etc., all the exercises you need right in the framework of. Okay, so what I now want to do is I want to give you an overview of what a course will look like. So it doesn't matter which section you're in, and it doesn't matter if one section is online, one section's in class. In class, we will be covering the same material that we will be covering online, as I said a little bit earlier. But this is the way the course is organized. You see there'll be a menu over here depending on the resolution. And by the way, let me give you a second warning. I warn you, there are a lot of students who like to look at this on their cell phones. I in general discourage you. I think you're far better off. Some people can get by this way. I know there's a cell phone and an iPad or a tablet version of Blackboard. I've tried to use it in the past. It doesn't work great. Maybe it works great now. Maybe it was just a user error on my part. But I would encourage you to do this on a PC. And by the way, if you don't have a PC and you're new at Kingsborough, you can get in touch with IT. They have loaners that they will give you. But we come into, you see the banner. This is the course. Course information starts here. Ooh, but let me just make one change because this is the way it looks to me, and it looks slightly different to you. So I'm going to go into student preview mode. Notice it says entering student preview mode. This it will not say on yours. It only says that on mine because I'm the instructor in the course. Okay, so here's what the menu will look like. Notice it'll have the name and it'll say section 1, but there might be 2. There could be 3 sections associated with this particular site. Make sure before you come in, so you don't get confused, you know what section you're in, because certain things I'm going to ask you to do depend on the section that you're in. So it says start here, course information. That just gets you to this page. Course information is where you will find information about the course. So if you we've clicked on to course information, we come in. You'll see there'll be a course syllabus here. Here's a syllabus. I have one for the 2 sections. I might have 2, if one is an online and one is an in-person course, or I might have one syllabus for both sections if it's the same course. Course schedule and due dates, information about. Then I'll have some suggested. Remember, I told you I'll give you all the readings that you need. I sometimes have some books that are suggested. These happen to be 2 good ones for any of my ethics courses. So that's what you'll find in the course information section. So let's go back now to the home page and see where we started from. So we had course information. Then we have something called discussions. During the course of the semester, I will be asking you to certain questions during a video lecture, and then I will stop the video lecture and ask you to respond to it, because this will kind of simulate what's going on in class. I'm talking to you, you're answering a question, you'll come in and you'll go into you'll find the discussion board here. You'll also find a link. You'll see that in a second. So here's where you will find the discussions. Keep in mind, I'm going to be asking you to go back after a few days and comment on a post that you agree with and a post that you disagree with. So you should know that there's a faster way to get in. See my grades as time goes on. Grades will start getting put in there. And then right below it says this week, next week. Well, the semester hasn't started yet now. So, but you'll see also down here course content and week 1. Different ways of getting the same thing. But as the semester approaches, I will move week 1 up to there. And then when week 1 starts, I'll put it in this week. And then there'll also be a week 2 down here that you will see, and I'll put week 2. Okay, so let's go into week 1. Let's say that week 1 was here, and we're going into week 1 because I want to give you an idea how to best work your way through. Well, the first thing you're going to do in week 1 is you're going to see a link to the welcome message and this overview message. Okay, so you may have heard it already since I'm sending you a link from it, and the link is I'm going to actually have a link to this on this particular video will be on YouTube, so that you'll be able to get it directly from the welcome email that I send you, or you'll be able to come into Blackboard if you know how to do this and see it here. But this is the way you're going to work your way through. Welcome to my class. You're going to listen to that. Next thing you're going to keep scrolling down is going to be assignment number 1, which I'm just asking you here to send me a particular email with some information so I have it in general. Then I have course introduction, objectives, what we're going to do in this module. I have something that looks like a quiz. And basically, so you understand that the first week, I'm going to have you do a bunch of introductory stuff, and I'm going to have you using the tools that I'm going to be expecting you to use in Blackboard, whether you're in an in-person class or an online class. That is, you're going to use this to post information or post answers to questions. and you're going to keep working your way down. Here's another video that you're going to watch, then another video, then having introduced myself, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself, and then another video introducing a moral problem, then I'm going to ask you to do a discussion about it, and then I'm going to have a series of videos explaining Blackboard, the syllabus, and what I want you to do with it. And now, information, well, I'm going to have some new stuff in here about the grading in the course and class rules and the grading of assignments. And finally, for the first week, I am going to ask you to take this quiz to make sure you understand the basics about the course and how you will be graded in it. Okay, but right below that, eventually I'll let you see the feedback from what you did, and this is for the first discussion. And then I have resources used in the module, in this particular module at the end. This is typically what's going to look like, and then you're going to work your way through till the end of the module. Well, that's how the course is going to run. If you're in class, you're not going to have to work your way through the module because you'll be hearing in class what I have to say. If you didn't follow this stuff on class, the nice thing about having the videos is it gives you a second chance to listen to it, maybe slow it down. And in addition to which, sometimes I do make mistakes. And in fact, you're going to find that there might be mistakes in various PowerPoints that I put up, or I misspeak. So if something doesn't sound right to you or you can't figure out, by all means, get in touch with me. Send me an email. We'll find out how to get in touch with me via email by going through all this. Get in touch with me. I will help you out. I'm going to have a special email address specified. Well, that's it for the introduction or the welcome and the overview message. And have a great semester. And I'm looking forward to working with you and advancing you through your education. Good luck this semester. But you won't need luck. You'll really need just hard work.